I am very, very proud to be able to here with you to launch the Leave No Veteran Homeless Initiative. Today is a very important day, as this will be a lifeline for many of our veterans that are experiencing homelessness. In February, I was very proud to bring this policy to the County Board of Supervisors to create a regional plan to end veterans' homelessness. In San Diego alone, we have over 250,000 military individuals and families that call San Diego our home, and we're very, very proud of that. Sadly, though, the recent point in time count showed that there are about 850 veterans that continue to be unsheltered. It is unacceptable to me and to all of us here that the people who sacrifice so much to grant us our freedom are without a place to call our home. Since 2020, we have worked together to reduce veteran homelessness by 35%, which is something that wouldn't have happened without the huge collaborative efforts and accomplishment, especially because of the challenges that we had during the pandemic.
Everyone deserves a safe and stable home, particularly those who serve our nation in uniform. If there's even one person who is a veteran living on our streets, that is one too many. It is unacceptable, and we must attack it aggressively. And I know that we can make progress on this particular issue. The City of San Diego is fully committed to working with the county to end veteran homelessness. Last year, HUD announced an 11% decline in homelessness amongst our nation's veterans between 2020 and 2022, the largest drop in homelessness for veterans in more than 5 years. Unfortunately, in this year's point in time count here in San Diego, we saw a slight increase in veteran homelessness, despite seeing a reduction of 27% just the year before. That's why we're here today. We obviously must do more, and with the county's help, we're doing that. In 2020, there were 940 homeless veterans in our region. Despite the pandemic, we dropped that number to 814, a reduction of 13%. That's progress here and across the county, but there is so much more to do. If there are 814 veterans, you can see how we can tackle this issue and eliminate it in our region if we make a concerted effort, and that's what today is about. I'm happy to stand here with all of these wonderful service providers behind us. When asked how do you end homelessness, it's everyone working together. The city's housing, the county's services, these nonprofit providers and advocates, all working together to tackle this issue.
Veterans make up about 6% of our county's population. But as we'll hear from the task force on the homelessness representatives here shortly, they count for 9% of the unsheltered homeless population and 7% of the individuals who are in our shelters. That's why the county, as Chairwoman Vargas mentioned, set out on a focused campaign to end veterans' homelessness. For the last several months, the county gathered dozens of partners, who you see behind me, to create a strategic and actionable plan taking into account unique factors that impact veterans. We are already taking action on 7 specific lines of effort, and we're seeing results. Some may ask, why take this approach just for veterans? Well, first of all, the county is committed to ending homelessness for all. What is special about this effort, though, is that around the country, we've seen communities across the country and even here in California that focus essentially ending homelessness for veterans and then actually accomplishing it because of the partnerships that you see behind me. This is in part because there's already a strong ecosystem of support for veterans, from the Veterans Administration to dedicated housing resources and services. And there are opportunities to supercharge those collaborations between them.
We are striving for what is known as functional zero. And it's important to understand what that means. It's not that a veteran will never experience homelessness in San Diego again, unfortunately. We hope to do a lot more prevention. But simply put, functional zero means that fewer veterans are experiencing homelessness each month than the numbers that we're housing that month. Many of you are familiar with what is known as our inflow and outflow report, and we'll be measuring it in a similar way. To achieve functional zero, already looking at the numbers, we need to house about 20% more veterans every month. Despite the amazing work of all of our collaborative partners behind us, our housing authorities, the work at the county, that is the measure that we need to achieve.
The VA's goal is in fact to eradicate homelessness. And during the pandemic, there was great concerted effort that helped make a significant improvement in this arena. While we made significant headway, things like the point in time count and just looking where we are and where we live in this great city, this effort and homelessness is not going to go away anytime very soon. With initiatives, though, such as this, where dedicated community effort is existing, we will continue to move ahead in addressing the pressing need and challenge. We look forward to those of you joining us to achieve functional zero veteran homelessness throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
The excitement I feel having known homelessness, VVSD saved me. If you want help being homeless, and many roadblocks were put in my way, but I fought through, persevered, and now I live in a one-bedroom apartment in El Cajon. Between the county and VVSD, everything has turned out well. The joy of knowing that other homeless veterans, if they want it, can get help. So pay attention. If your heart's in it, do it. It's there for you and anybody else.
If you have a room or a space that can house someone, we need your help. And I said this earlier, right? This is a call to action. All of us here are doing the legwork, and we need now landlords to come to really step up and help us in this process. If you have a spare room, a small unit apartment complex, or a large development, any space that could provide a dignified living condition is needed. All you need to do is call 211 or go online to noveteranhomeless.org to fill out the interest form.